Welcome back! In this follow-up series, we take a closer look at the stage performances at Sakura Matsuri, the second largest celebration of Japanese culture in the United States. We will see traditional musical performances by stage artists in colorful Japanese costumes, and catch sumo wrestling demonstrations by fighters wearing almost nothing at all. At the edge of Pennsylvania Avenue, we will witness the ancient art of taiko drumming as the United States Capitol building serves as an atmospheric backdrop. We will keep our distance from a man-eating dragon and also witness ritual dances once performed in the royal courts of the island of Okinawa. We will even fly out to Los Angeles, where we will make an appearance at Nisei Week, the largest Japanese festival in the United States. Let's get our cameras ready.
Okay guys, welcome back. This is the very last day of Cherry Blossom Festival here in Washington, D.C. A 3.5 week long festival celebrating Japanese culture. And this is a special street festival. It is called Sakura Matsuri. Sounds like a very exotic Japanese name, but it really just translates to Cherry Blossom Festival. That's it. But anyway, we're going to watch a sumo wrestling demonstration. It's not only a demonstration, but they will be giving a whole history lesson on sumo and showing all kinds of stuff. And I hope you enjoy it.
Now, yesterday we were here. It was freezing cold, and the stage was soaking wet. So our feet, but we did it for you. The sky is blue, and the sun is there, and it's gonna be fun today, right? All right, cool. So before we get into the fighting and all the demonstrations and stuff, let's talk about sumo real quick, okay? Sumo is the most ancient and indigenous art of Japan. This is the oldest martial art in Japan, and many martial arts can trace their roots back to it. Sumo can be traced back to the myth of Takumi Kazuchi and Takumi no Kata, where they fought for the control of the ethereal realm. This could also be traced back to Nomi no Sekune and Taima no Kehaya, where they talked about the first real physical battle of sumo within the ethereal realm. But initially, this was something that was used to train the samurai. This was something that they used to train in whenever they were in the off time. They weren't warring. They had to do hand-to-hand combat a lot of the times because you would lose your weapon during the heat of battle, and so you had to know how to throw somebody. You had to know how to put somebody in a clinch real quick so that way you could subdue your enemy, grab your weapon, and then end up finishing the job, right? Now, along comes this guy named Tokugawa Ieyasu. Anybody ever heard of him? Tokugawa Ieyasu? He says, no more war in Japan. Japan is no more war. I'm the guy now. You all listen to me, correct? If you get caught fighting, that'll be your last fight, right? So sumo now becomes something ritualistic. Sumo becomes associated with Shinto, one of the big religions in Japan. Sumo, if you look at the yokozuna, the belts that they wear is indicative of the ropes that you will see hanging on the Shinto shrines. Sumo is also used for entertainment purposes as well. This was used for harvest festival to appease the gods, to give them a good harvest. And then later on, we would evolve into modern sumo that we have today. And from sumo, you get Japanese jiu-jitsu. From jiu-jitsu, you get judo. From judo, you get Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So guess what? Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you wouldn't be here if it weren't for sumo. Yeah! All right, cool. So now, boring history, done, right? Let's get into the sumo exercises. All right, cool. All right, so the first and most fundamental exercise of sumo is shiko, or as we like to say, shiko in Japan, right? So they are going to squat. They are going to shift all of their weight to one side. They're going to bring that leg up as high as they can, and then they're going to bring it back down and squat back in this position, and they're going to go to the other side, and they are going to do the same thing. Now, the reason they do this is for balance. They do this for leg strength. They do this so that way when they're at the end of the rope, they're able to stay in and not have to go out, right? Next exercise we have is suriashi. Suriashi meaning the sliding of the feet. And the reason why this is important is because you have to stay on the doyo. The minute your foot gets off the ground, you're susceptible to being knocked over, pushed out, your balance is gone. So you have to have good balance and you have to sink into the doyo. Now the doyo, ladies and gentlemen, is a clay ring that is about 20 feet long. It's made out of clay, and around the ring it is tawada, straight bales. In America, we don't necessarily have the time to input that into building and stuff like that. So there are portable doyos, but they cost like thousands of dollars. So now we have a rope today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, cool. So the next exercise that we have is Koshiwari squats. Basic squats that we do in sumo, but as opposed to starting all the way up and going all the way down, we like to start at this middle position known as chugoshi, right? And from here, we squat down and we come back up right into that middle position. And we do that about 50 times each keiko. And after the end of it, our quads are on fire. So if you're trying to like build like nice strong legs, do that, right? Cool. And then from here, we do Shin Yaku. Shin Yaku is what I like to call the Shawn Michaels stretch. And why do we call it the Shawn Michaels stretch? Well, look at that. Sexy woo. You know, nobody? Yeah? Okay. Cool. And then we go the other way. This helps us open our hips and to stay limber. And then finally, at the end of practice, we like to call this Butsukari Keiko. At the beginning of practice, we like to call this Ichiyoshi, first push, right? But this is pushing up and down the doyo, and it looks a little something like this. That's right. You see, he will push, and at the end, he squats and pushes to make sure that his opponent is out of the range. So those are some of the most fundamental exercises that you will see in sumo. Now, I know you're like, gosh, man, it's 11:45. Like, you're talking all this history and stuff, and you're talking all the exercises. What in the world? Like, I came here to see some sumo fighting. What's going on? Are you guys ready to see some sumo action? All right, cool. We're about to get into some sumo action. So, the first thing you need to know is that there is an east and there is a west. There is a higashi and there is a nishi. You have a gyoji, who is the referee who decides who wins based off of the outcome of the match. You also have 4 corner judges that are known as shinpan. They decide like the close calls if they need to determine if the gyoji was correct or if the gyoji was incorrect or if they need to do a rematch. And then you have the yobidashi, who announces the wrestlers as they enter the ring. The yobidashi will come up here and he'll have a fan, but I have 4 fingers today, so this is my fan. And the yobidashi will look and see who is going to face today, and he will call it out a little something like this, right? Higashi Ra. We don't have Japanese names, so it doesn't sound as cool. Nishi Evo. She's so excited. Gosh. All right, and the gyoji says, "Ryosuite, Watarashi."